Bump, bump. So, right about now, I like to do something a little new to the program called the stupid news. The stupid sports news that make you go, what the hell? But I tell you what, before we get into what the hell, let's get into a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a what up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios, and we pushing a new rap album this month. Husk Kingpin, Wavo Forever, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is RZA Fangs. RZA Fangs is live. Next Level with Inspector Deck. Next, this is a Wu-Tang album. This is a Wu-Tang album, from the drum patterns to everything and how the songs are set up. This is a Wu-Tang album. I mean, whoever his producers are, the blend on that Who Made You Look Part 2 with Shyheim. Oh my goodness. And I know a lot of cats who remember Shyheim when he came out with the Wu-Tang and the Shaolin. I mean, this is a crazy album. This is crazy. Magnetic with Ghostface Killah and Planet Asia. That one's hot too. That one's hot too. Then Saigon Galore with Ghostface Killah and Tricky. My goodness. I've listened to this album like 4 times. The complete thing. The complete thing. Many more hits. Make sure you go ahead and show the brother some love. Husk Kingpin, Wavo Forever, in stores now. Yo, shout out to Husk Kingpin doing his thing. Wavo Forever. It's your boy Big Vern. Big Vern Forever. Hit the like and subscribe button, people. It ain't gonna go ahead and do it itself. Also share the content. It's your boy Big Vern. We got a ridiculous situation in the great state of Texas. Now, this is going to be at a high school called Academy of San Angelo. Now, there's 12 families. They filed a lawsuit against the high school because 20 students were hospitalized back in late February. The students were allegedly forced to continue strenuous physical activities without water or rest despite visible signs of distress. This led to serious medical complications from nearly a quarter of 80-person class, which included thrombosis. This is ridiculous, which involves rapid breakdowns of your muscle tissue that can lead to kidney failure and sometimes extermination. Now, I don't know how I read this. When I was reading this article, I was just like, are you serious? How is this a thing? How is this a thing? In 2026, that you would let psychopaths coach children of any grade level, not to mention high school, and you're just sitting there saying to yourself, how is this a thing? How is any of this a thing? Now, one of the local law firms, Cherry Johnson and Sigmund James, released a statement saying that coaches directed approximately 50 athletes to perform continuous push-ups as a punishment for a jersey mix-up on error caused by the staff themselves. So wait a minute, you're penalizing kids for something that you did, and now it's their fault that they have to do push-ups in a hot room with no windows? Come on, man. This is insane. This is insane. Now, students, they were forced to continue over for about an hour without water or rest in a gymnasium that was shut off between doors, exits, and windows. Oh, yeah. It gets more insane. 5 adult coaches and 1 administrator were present during this punishment. Come on, man. When you saw these kids on the ground, first of all, as any coach, you should have asked the other coaches who didn't know what was going on, like, what the hell are we doing? Why is everybody down doing push-ups? And then when you got your response, they're doing push-ups and this is a punishment because we got the jerseys mixed up. So when we mixed up, we made them suffer. Come on, man. How does that even compute? At what point do you see some of these kids as your children? Like, wait a minute, whoa. We're not doing this. We're not doing any of this dumb shit. This is insane. Oh my God. When they cried out in pain, the coaches allegedly mocked them, then abused. Like I said, this went on for over 3 consecutive days. Wait a minute, they came back? The kids who survived the first day, they came back and listen, the numbers are dwindling in football anyway because of the safety of the sport. A lot of people want to go ahead and, like I said, back in the 90s, the criminality, the good old bad days I'm from, okay, the numbers were going down because of the head injuries and things like that. And I can't blame parents for, people trying to go ahead and protect their kids. But I mean, they've made the sport a lot safer, instituting proper tackles and everything like that. None of which this addresses. If anything, it's really teaching these kids how to dodge accountability, blame it on somebody else, and then enact an innate punishment that makes no sense. And had this been my son who had to show up all 3 days to do push-ups in a locked room for hours, and he's like, I can't go on. And the coach is like, okay, go on. Are you out your damn mind? This is horrible. Anyway, the abuse continued for 3 days consecutively, and it returned with worsening symptoms, including the inability to lift their arms or perform basic tasks. Again, I can't tell you how criminal this is. This is gross that you would do a kid like this. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. My son tell me that I'm at y'all's ass. I'm the next day. Because at some point, I know they had to tell their mom and they had to tell their kid. Like, if you see your son is like, I'm tired, I can't go on. And I'm like, what did you do? Like, the basics when you see your kid and he comes home from school. Hey, how'd school go today? What'd you do today? And then when your son tells you something like, hey, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Why? Why were you doing any of this? And then you'd be like, oh, hell no, you ain't going back. And then you would call the school and then things would snowball from there. And if you can't get anything, you go to the superintendent. That's how involved parenting works. You're not being soft. You're being a parent. You're doing your due diligence. This is neglect. In the days that followed this ridiculousness, 20 students were hospitalized and some diagnosed with referrals for permanent kidney damage? Really? Oh my goodness. Now, many students, they continued ongoing medical treatment and physical therapy, and some were advised that they may face long-term impairment limitations in physical activity. So they ruined these guys' lives over a mix-up for jerseys they got wrong. They ruined these kids' lives over their jerseys that they got wrong. And how does this help your time in the 40? It doesn't. I'm just a big proponent of anything that you do in practice, it's supposed to help you out on the field. You're going over how you're pre-prepping for games. All your drills are game time drills, game time situations. Us doing push-ups in a hot gymnasium with no windows and locked doors isn't going to help. It's not going to help you break down a defense. I mean, we got to get back to the basics of, number one, hiring competent people. Number two, actually trying to build young men of character. This does it for anything, any reason. And that's just how I am. Call me silly. You've got to approach coaching as what's best for the athlete. And when you have all of these people who are psychopaths come up with this, oh, these kids are entitled, they're soft. Nothing is soft about any of those boys. First and foremost, nothing is soft about any of those boys. They wanted to not only show up for their coach and show up for that school, but they didn't want to be treated like that. And to give some of these kids permanent kidney damage was just horrific. It was horrific. I mean, it just makes you feel dirty. There's more. Now, The school, they should have stopped these monsters after day one. And how did it make it to day three is beyond me. And the school continued to fumble this whole thing as it started rolling out. On March the 13th, the school shared that the athletic director, Kent Sherrill, he's the one in the very back, and then you had Bradley Ho, had left the organization and that a search for their replacement was underway. Wow. Really? We need to arrest people at this point. Forget a job updated search. Like, we're sorry we sent your son to the hospital. Those guys, they're not here anymore. But guess what? We're interviewing another head coach and a new athletic director. And I'm not accusing the athletic director of knowing anything, but when the head coach oversees this with 4 other adults and coaches, yeah, we need to go ahead and press charge. This is ridiculous. Again, if you got anything, if you can defend any of this, then get in the comments. It's your boy Big Vern. Yeah, it's your boy Big Vern. Y'all know the drill. Get in the comments. Let me know whether you agree or disagree. How's it really going down? Also, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back.